All right, this is the October 2nd, 2025 Town of Lapel Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. Could we have roll call for determination form?
Dan Plumley.
Here.
Tim Monroe.
Here.
Cam Paddock.
Here.
Andrea Baldwin.
Here. So we do have a quorum. We can continue. There is no old business for us to address. We only have one new item on the new business side. This is BZA-2025-05, a variance of development standards. This is at 4496 South, 1000 West. The applicant's name is Greg Calloway. And the variance is UDO volume 2.2.4b.ii. Approval of a variance of development standards to permit the construction of an accessory structure encroaching upon the required side yard. Marcellus, do you want to present the staff's findings?
Sure. So as stated, the subject site is at 4496 South 1000 West. The petitioner, Mr. Calloway, is seeking to build a new storage structure. It's going to be enclosed, made of metal, about 30 feet by 30 feet. And the intention is to place it next to an existing garage that is located 5 feet from the property line. So he's seeking a variance to match that setback. As for the analysis, so the intent behind setback regulations is to create space and provide a buffer between adjacent structures, considering that the nearest structure on the neighboring property is over 200 feet away. Making this new structure 10 feet closer is not a big deal from staff's perspective. The petitioner describes some practical difficulties with other locations that dictates this, requires this be the building site. The Code of Ordinances does not allow accessory structures in front of primary structures. So that large front yard that you see in figure 2, you would need a variance to build there. And then on that south side of the eastern end of the property, there in the backyard, there are that break in the trees is narrower, and you have more branches that will sort of overhang that space, and so that could be a little bit of a problem. Plus, with the driveway being on the north side of the property, any vehicles or equipment that's being stored in this new unit would then have to cross the entire backyard to reach this garage, which is obviously not desirable and impractical. And then finally, the issue with meeting the setback, the main issue with meeting the setback requirement in this location is that there is a water line and a well spigot located sort of just in front of the proposed build site. If the shed were to move 10 feet forward or 10 feet to the south, it would then be sitting on top of this water line, and the location of the spigot would make it difficult to move things in and out of the garage. And for these reasons, the petitioner is seeking this variance. So the staff findings are that the proposed build site, the approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community because the proposed build site cannot be seen from the street, and the nearest building on the neighboring parcel is over 200 feet away. Therefore, this proposed structure will have no public impact. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. This is sort of the standard boilerplate findings from staff that, as there's doesn't appear to be anybody here to remonstrate against the property testifying otherwise, it's assumed that this will not affect neighboring properties substantially in a substantially adverse manner. And finally, the strict application of the terms of the ordinance will result in a practical difficulty in use of the property. As I described, strict application of the side setback requirement in the proposed location will create conflicts with an existing well water line and spigot, and the alternative locations on the site are less practical than the proposed location. And so staff's recommendation is to approve the variance request with based on the findings of fact that I just stated, and with the conditions, the two standard conditions listed there in the staff report.
Any questions from ourselves, from the board? No. Mr. Callaway, any additional comments, questions, concerns you'd like to address or bring forward?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Do we have anyone from the public to remonstrate against this variance? There's no one here to remonstrate against. So any further discussion? If not, I would entertain a motion to either approve with conditions, deny, or continue.
I make a motion to approve the variance of development standards to permit the construction of the accessory structure encroaching upon the required side yard as submitted application BZA 2025-05 based upon the findings of the fact and with the specific conditions proposed by staff.
A second.
We have a motion made. I'm drawing a blank on your name all of a sudden.
Teresa.
No.
Oh, Andrea.
Andrea.
I'm
Have a
gonna say,
motion.
we're ready
Yeah.
for Teresa.
I was thinking Baldwin, but I couldn't get the Andrea. We have a motion made by Andrea, seconded by Dan. Roll call, please.
Dan.
Here.
Tim.
Yes.
Kate,
It's been a long night.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yes. And I'm here.
Okay.
All have voted in favor of granting or approving the variance. So that passes. We'll get the paperwork taken care of within the next few days. You'll have to go down to the town hall to pick up what's needed that way then. Everything is approved. At this time, we have no other business, no announcements. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Cam, second
I'll second.
by Dan.
All in favor?
Aye. Adjourn.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was pretty